Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the Moderate Conservative. I am the Matty Man, or the Moderate Conservative, whichever one you choose to call me. Just don't forget to call me for dinner. Obviously, I'm not exactly the skinniest person on the block. I don't fail cooking, and I definitely don't fail eating. Usually, the big news drops on Mondays or Fridays. Fridays so you can go home and think about it, Mondays so they can drop the bombshell and get the week rolling. However, today, two big news items. The Senate has passed the 1 point whatever trillion. After you get past the trillion, it's irrelevant. Infrastructure porculus bill. From North Carolina, Tom Tillis and Richard Burr joined the Rhino list and approved it. I have no idea why. The votes aren't worth it. You're not going to get the Democrat vote. You're not going to get a consensus vote. And for Richard Burr, what does he care anyway? Richard Burr never really cared in the first place. I said it. I stand by it. It's my opinion, but it's pretty true. And up in New York, Andrew Cuomo, now former governor of New York. That has a nice ring to it. Former governor of New York. So, killing old people didn't get the job done, but messing with women inappropriately did. And Roy Cooper in North Carolina has decided that he is going to try and work with the North Carolina House on a budget, and he's going to try to cram in a few other things and so on and so forth. That's local news for me. I'm going to talk about it today anyway. But let's head off with what I consider to be the black eye of the week for Democrats so far. I'm pretty sure Biden will one-up it before the end of the week. But Andrew Cuomo got his hands caught in a cookie jar, and he is now former Governor Andrew Cuomo. He has resigned amidst speculation and confirmation that he probably did it. My apologies to the unnamed people. There is no reason, there is no justification for going through what you've gone through. And you have our deepest condolences, and I can only hope that the state of New York will take care of your bills, probably for the rest of your life, more especially the psychiatrist and psychologist bills. You're going to need some heavy counseling, and it is my sincere hope that New York steps forward and does the right thing and takes care of its people. It usually does, but in this case here, one can only guess. As I said on the show last night, Andrew Cuomo is a douche. He is a douche that didn't come with a string, didn't come with a bottle, just came with straight vinegar. He's a straight vinegar douche. That's basically it for him. He is the lowest of the low. He is excrement, as is most New York politicians. Not all, most. And it is my sincere hope that they fully impeach him. He cannot even seek dog catcher in the state of New York, or any other state for that matter. It is my hope that he is exiled in shame, along with that idiot brother of his. That one needs to go too. That one should be next. Cuomo is a dirtbag. No one should have to live under that. Not to be outdone, though, Roy Cooper is really eating his Wheaties and trying to catch up, except he's not doing sexual harassment, he's doing economic harassment. I'm calling Roy Cooper out, and I'm calling Josh Stein out for two reasons. Two separate people, two separate reasons. Roy Cooper, until Medicaid is appropriately repaired and people who own things can actually avail themselves of it when they're in a pinch, in a bind, and they need some help, Medicaid expansion does absolutely nothing for the state of North Carolina. It's another pig in the poke that will only destroy rural hospitals, which is your goal. You seek to bankrupt them, you seek to hurt regional hospitals, and you seek to restrain the bigger hospitals. But the casualty of this is going to be country folks. You don't care. You're still getting paid. And you still got your loyal fans. But you really need to consider that there are a few of us out here that actually see what you're doing. You've also vetoed every budget and every raise for teachers, and then have the guts and audacity to stand there and say, well, the NCGA can't get it right. How do you know? You never talk to them. You've been writing executive order after executive order after executive order like a king, a monarch, for the better part of over 300 days without even inquiring with them. You don't even talk to them. How do you know? You're garbage too. You're the worst kind of garbage, because you're garbage with a smile and a country accent. And you got the people snowed. You've been running for governor since you were the attorney general, and you sucked at that position too. You suck at this one, you really sucked at the other one. You never enforced laws. That was your job. You were busy running for governor from that seat. You're still running for governor now, and you can't even be governor next time. You got to sit at least one term out. And if most of us have any say, you sit the rest of your life out. You don't go back. You're done. I think once we've had a real governor, a real compassionate, I'm fine with Democrats. Jim Hunt was awesome. Don't get me wrong. We've had Democrat governors. We've had like 2 Republican governors in my lifetime. So 42 years of Democrat governors. So I had to kind of get used to them. Jim Hunt, great guy. I really believe that he cared about the people in North Carolina. Jim Martin, I think he really cared. He was a good Republican. I think Bev Perdue was a piece of garbage, and you are trying to make her the second worst governor we've ever had. And so far, you're succeeding. You sit here and you scream about your little pet projects. Meanwhile, if somebody dares defy King Roy, you send your little state police to shut them down. Like the Gestapo, like the fascists that you are, like the monarch you wish you could be. But you don't have the testicular fortitude to be a king. You wouldn't know what to do with it. And your wife flipping off kids. Who do you think you are? You're garbage. Josh Stein, you have a letter sitting on your desk right now detailing how a specific company built the state of North Carolina out of over $500 million with proof offered, and you do nothing. But I'm so happy that you jumped on a gas station for price gouging. Ooh, there you go. Jump on the guy that can't fight back. Don't fight the fights you need to fight. That's the bottom line. You're a loser. I mean, you're a great guy, don't get me wrong. Outside the building, you're a great guy. Inside the building, you are the worst. You and Governor Cooper must read the same books, because you're too busy being something you're not and not being what you're supposed to be. And I say that bluntly out loud, and I dare you to call me on it. I got the letters. I'll publish them. I also have the tickets. I'll publish them too. Do your job, both of you. Both of you do your job. That's all I'm asking. Do your job. Cooper, be the governor. Don't try to be a king. Stein, be our attorney general. Look out for the state of North Carolina. Not just the people that voted for you. On the tails of this today, I saw Thom Tillis put a Facebook comment out that he was signing off on the infrastructure bill. He joined a lot of other people in a bipartisan infrastructure bill. The average child born today in America automatically owes about $116,000 before they've even cried their first cry. That's the debt that we have in this country right now. We cannot, nor should we, write that debt off and destroy our credit. However, with this latest bill, the average child being born today, as of 15 minutes ago, before they take their first cry, they owe on average $150,000 in debt. They don't have a credit card, no prospect for a job, no education, no prospect to get education for at least 4 to 6 more years. And then they can actually start elementary school, and they owe $150,000 to balance the budget. This is not responsible politics. This is not fiscally conservative economics. There is nothing healthy at all about putting that kind of debt on our children and on this country. Just because the vote went the way it went doesn't mean that we automatically start jumping on the bandwagon because we think, hey, this vote could be legit. Maybe the American people want this. Let's find out. Let's find out in 22. Although, Richard, you're not going to be able to feel the anger of the voters. The person that follows you will probably feel it. They probably will. Yeah. I cannot nor will I ever understand why we have to pick up the bill for everything. In this bill, I'm sure we've bailed out at least 4 or 5 Saudi Arabian countries, some African countries, maybe some, South American countries. Maybe we even threw a few bucks to Canada, who knows. The one thing that's for sure, though, is our infrastructure will not be improved in 5 years. It will not. They've been promising everything they do will take care of us. Today's parting shots are as follows. I can agree to disagree with Democrats. I can agree to disagree with liberals. I cannot and will not agree to disagree with fascists, socialists, or communists. And right now, the infrastructure bill pushes a lot of the new Green Deal. I cannot agree to disagree with my Republican senators on this. I will not agree to disagree. You're wrong. And should this survive the test of time, you have bankrupted your grandchildren. When it comes to Cuomo, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. Stay gone. And I hope they try you for all the people you killed during COVID. You killed them. I hope they try all the governors. I hope California successfully recalls Gavin Newsom. I hope even the folks in Mexico that vote in California show up and vote in California and recall Gavin Newsom. I hope Roy Cooper learns how to keep his mouth shut and just sit back and ride the rest of your time as governor. Just don't talk. Just don't do anything. Just smile, show up for photo ops. And Josh, you're a real promising attorney. I like you personally. But if you don't start doing stuff for the state of North Carolina, like you claim you're doing, if you don't start standing up for people, like you claim you're doing, I'm going to rail on you every day from here on out. I am the Moderate Conservative. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and just remember, I love your thoughts. I love your comments. There is honestly nothing I don't like about feedback. Till next time, goodbye, America, wherever you are.